Let's go quick shooting. We're going to take our first three prize cards, sorry. So 3 prize cards there to start off our turn with just quick shooting. Let's boss this up. We're going to go ahead and retreat and swing hard with the max lands for the dub. So there's 5 prize cards in 1 turn. You are now watching Zach Lesage, the best place to learn about competitive Pokemon TCG. Let's get it. Yo, what's poppin' peeps? Welcome back to the channel, Zach Lesage here. Today we're going to be covering over Ice Rider Calyrex, one of my favorite decks. I've taken the core of Azul's top 4 at late night series finish, and I've turned it into my own deck by changing a couple cards here or there. So shout out to Azul for the list. The list is in the description. You can copy and paste it right into PTCGO. We're going to be explaining the deck list, what's going on with it, and playing some games with it. So check that out. I'm hyped. So let's jump into the list. And here's the Ice Rider Calyrex VMAX deck. Ice Rider Calyrex VMAX is a great attacker. You have the choice between Rider the High King, doing 10 damage plus 30 damage for each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. It's pretty good in this format because there's quite a few bench Pokemon, whether you're playing against a single strike deck with Houndours, Fusion Strike deck with Mew and Genesect, or maybe you're playing against an Inteleon deck with a bunch of Sobbles. A lot of decks are having a big bench. Max Lance gives you the opportunity to do a large amount of damage, but you do discard energies. The goal of this deck is to really go Rider the High King, then Max Lance, or if you're just getting the knockout, go for Max Lance. If you need any extra numbers, you have access to Quick Shooting and the rest of the Drizzile, Shady Dealings, Lions, Search Your Deck for trainers. What makes this deck really cool is the Crushing Hammers. My list has been inspired by Azul, made top 4 at recent late night series events. So Crushing Hammer, really good because you can discard a lot of energies. Decks like Mew play a limited amount of energies, and you could run them out of energies entirely. Same with Fan of Waves if they play special energies. Melanie allows you to get it all set up. Overall, the deck's just like pretty consistent, and that's the whole goal of how this deck works. Just going Rider the High King, Max Lance, hitting the right numbers with Quick Shooting. This deck hits the right numbers against Single Strike, hits the right numbers against Leafeon, hits the right numbers against Mew, just with Quick Shooting and Crushing Hammers and all that kind of stuff. So in terms of being a mid-range disruption deck, it seems to be working pretty well overall. So I really like this deck. So we lost the coin flip. That's completely fine. We're going to see, maybe we can get Call for Family going up. That could be a decent thing that we could maybe get. I don't know. Sobble, Marnie, that seems like the general game plan because we don't necessarily want to get rid of this gigantic hand. We are going to be playing against another Inteleon deck. So this could be a lot of different things. Maybe it's... I honestly don't know what deck this is. Maybe Sableye? Could be Rapid Strike? URSHIFU? We'll find out. There's really no point of us going Crushing Hammer against a Galarian Moltres because they could just get the energy back with Dire Flame Wings. And yeah, I'm going to go Marnie. I don't think there's any reason that I want to pitch this hand away. It's usually how I decide. I'm like, hand seems good. Let's try to get other things set up. This hand doesn't seem too bad. And we are able to just go Path to the Peak. We only play one Path to the Peak that's to bump random other stadiums like Galar Mine and other things. I don't think we're necessarily going to worry too much about that. So let's go Path to the Peak here. Let's go Water Energy on Sobble. Let's go Ice Rider. And let's go Keep Calling. So we will be able to get 2 there. We do have a Sobble prized. We do have an Ice Rider Calyrex VMAX prized. What else do we have in here? Looks like we have some Level Balls prized. And yeah, not really anything too crazy. We're not playing against Jolteon. Fun facts that we played against Jolteon a few times before this video. We're not playing against Jolteon as far as I'm concerned. So we're not going to lose double Sobble. So prizing 1 really isn't that bad here. So I'm really trying to figure out exactly what our opponent can do. But for what we can plan on doing, we're just going to be using Level Ball to grab Drizzile and taking it from there. Maybe we could retreat, Melanie, attack. A lot of it depends on what our top deck is. I'm totally cool to take the next turn off. It really just depends on how our opponent really deals with this. I'm assuming with Drizzile, we're going to see some action in terms of a supporter or a quick ball or both. So that's really how this seems like it's going to lie. I don't know. We'll see what our opponent decides to grab. Yeah. So exactly what I was thinking, grabbing some kind of supporter. Let's see where, okay. They're going to go Level Ball again, maybe Level Ball for a Quick Ball. because it doesn't, most Moltres decks are just not a pure Moltres deck. Yeah, exactly. So supporter, quick ball, I'm pretty much right on the money. Let's see what our opponent's grabbing here. I'm fine with them discarding that one. Okay, so it is a Rapid Strike URSHIFU deck. We do got to watch out for our bench Sobbles. That this could certainly be an issue, but quick shooting or Crushing Hammers could be cool. Fan of Waves could be cool. We have some ways around it. We don't really want to bench too many Ice Riders or anything else like that, and our Path to the Peak is probably not going to hurt our opponent too much, but we can go ahead and attack into our opponent's Pokemon. They're probably not going to heal too much either, so I think we're in an okay spot here. I want to get some quick shooting Inteleons up. That's probably going to be the biggest thing that we got to watch out for with VMAX Rapid Flow. But they didn't get that attack off, so far so good. We did get the Melanie as well, so I think before we do anything, we're going to go ahead, retreat here, and we are going to play Melanie before using Level Ball. It's much better because now we have opportunities to make things happen. And we do have Level Ball, Evolution Incense, so a lot of our things are already searched for. Let's go Drizzile here. I think Drizzile seems like a great choice. And let's go ahead here, Drizzile, search our deck for... I don't really know what we want to get, to be honest. I think we might just want to get a Professor's Research for next turn. So I am going to go for the Professor's Research. In general, I don't really see an issue with this. I'm just, yeah. Let's go Evolution Incense. I'm going to leave the other two relatively free there. I think that seems worthwhile because it just could get VMAX Rapid Flowed. So I don't want to necessarily put those out there. We could go Scoop Up Net and maybe get another Crushing Hammer if we miss this. Okay, yeah, we're just going to take that energy away because that might stop their VMAX Rapid Flow. Let's go Water Energy, and since we're getting the knockout with Ride of the High King, 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, we're just going to go for the knockout there. Our general game plan is going to be knockout Drizzile, knockout Rapid Strike URSHIFU VMAX, knockout Galarian Moltres. 1 prize card, 3 prize card, 2 prize cards. And so far you can see that like we're slowing our opponent down with the one path. The path isn't really important in this deck. It's really just like, it's sometimes useful. And with ways that you can search things out, Shady Dealings gives you opportunities to search it out. That being said, we are able to just continuously stream Ride of the High King or Max Lands for the rest of the game. So we'll see how our opponent really reacts to the situation. I'm not entirely sure what they're going to be ending up doing. They might just be trying to go for some Gale Thrust gameplay on hitting our active for like 150 or something like that. This is the type of deck that doesn't really have a lot of energy acceleration, so we can really take down our opponent's Pokemon with Crushing Hammers or even a Fan of Waves here or there because they just don't load up energies as quickly as other decks. I think the Melanie version of this deck is a little bit better. So let's see what our opponent's going to be going Quick Ball for. Okay, just getting out some Sobbles. That's completely fine. This looks like it's either going to be for a Drizzile or it's going to be for a Rapid Strike URSHIFU VMAX, depending on what they have. Okay, so they probably have a supporter in their hands. Okay, they have another Drizzile, so it doesn't really matter which order they were going to grab it with. Of course, use Level Ball for the Drizziles if you can. Use Evolution Incense for things that you can only grab with Evolution Incense. General rule, so I can only Level Ball, like if I had Level Ball and Evolution Incense, try to play the Level Balls for the Drizziles whenever possible. Try to use Evolution Incense for Ice Rider, Calyrex, VMAX, and Inteleons whenever possible. Our opponent could take a multi-prize card turn with VMAX Rapid Flow this turn. That's only if they are able to get an energy switch and move that to the Rapid Strike URSHIFU VMAX and get a Rapid Strike energy. Oh, they also have Raihan in their deck. I forgot that they didn't play a supporter because they did play the Crobat V-Down. So, yeah, maybe they will be able to attack. The one thing that our opponent did do is that they evolved first. So this is not a Pokemon that you could hit with or retreat because it's not Rapid Strike. So it went from being a Rapid Strike Pokemon to a non-Rapid Strike Pokemon. They might be forgetting that. Okay, so they do have the Scoop Up Net. That's cool. That's cool. Do they have the Rapid Strike energy? I'm not sure. Oh. Okay, this is completely fine. We actually got more mileage out of this than I originally thought we would. I think we are going to... I mean, I guess they can't really do too much. They might be able to go boss, rapid strike, knockout. So honestly, in terms of things that we have here, I'm probably just going to go ahead and go level ball, search for a quick ball, just to get another one set up in the process. I think that sounds relatively strong. So let's go like this, search our deck for a quick ball, and we're going to go for another Ice Rider Calyrex V. So let's take away the Scoop Up Net. I don't really want, like, I want to have 3 out if possible. So let's, yeah, Scoop Up Net so we have access to another energy. Let's go for the Ice Rider Calyrex V. Let's attach a water energy to that Pokemon and go for the Professor's Research. So we are going to have access to pretty much everything. So there's a quick shooting. We can start quick shooting that Pokemon away. Maybe we'll be able to get a Crushing Hammer on our opponents on their active. I think that sounds like a pretty good plan. Let's go. I think I'm just going to go for it. I think everything else is looking really good here in terms of what we have. We have access to the other Inteleons that are in our deck. You can see we have those. So yeah, let's go for Crushing Hammer and just try to make it happen. Okay, not going to happen. That's fine. But let's try to go for quick shooting. Here, I don't think our opponent's going to be going for a VMAX rapid flow in general. So let's see how it plays out for them. Let's go Max Lance. The reason why we're doing Max Lance here and not Ride of the High King is just because we can eventually get the knockout with our Inteleons. So maybe with another Scoop Up Net, we could go for quick shooting, quick shooting, quick shooting. That's certainly a possibility, and we have pretty much everything set up for next turn in general, so I'm feeling okay with it. Now, I don't think this deck plays Cheryl. That's one thing that, like, you do want to keep note of. Like, does your opponent's deck play Cheryl? I'm not sure. It's also another possibility where they might be able to go knock it on the active, knock it on the bench. Like, we do got to watch out for what that can mean as well for us, although I don't think that they're going to necessarily get there either. We really just got to kind of play this one by ear. I think we're in a little bit of a tricky spot, just in terms of how this matchup goes. It just depends on what our opponent does. Like, if they attack us with the Moltres, I feel completely fine this turn. Because the Moltres is going to take damage, we could respawn with a knockout, they don't knock us out, and then we could eventually quick shooting this Pokemon away. If they go for a VMAX Rapid Flow, my heart's going to break a little bit. Depending on like how we play our next turn out. VMAX Rapid Flow can hit the active, hit this, and maybe put us in a really tough position. So that's one thing that I'm a little bit worried about, depending on how our opponent plays it out. And maybe we'll be able to get like out of the active spot or something. I'm not entirely sure. We'll see we'll see how it goes. But right now I think we're in a good spot. We're in an okay-ish spot. So there's that. It looks like they're probably setting up for the VMAX Rapid Flow. They can hit for the 150 on the Ice Rider here as well. So yeah, the only issue that we have to really worry about is like what this means for us in general. Like, they might just have boss. We're probably at this point just not gonna attack with this Ice Rider. We're actually probably gonna attack with Pierce and get the knockouts. So let's go for quick ball this Melanie away. We're gonna search your deck for another Ice Rider V. Because we don't want to really be worrying about what our opponent could be doing. So let's go Ice Rider V here. Let's go Melanie before we do anything else. And we're going to be powering up this Pokemon. So you can see we have some cards that we could play around with. Let's go for Evolution Incense, and we can now grab out this Inteleon. This Inteleon will allow us to get an air balloon to get out of the active spots so that we can then attack with some other things. As long as we don't evolve this, we don't give our opponent too many prize cards. You know what I'm saying? So let's grab this Inteleon so we can get out of the active spots. And let's go Inteleon. Yeah, let's just go Inteleon there, and then we can go ahead and grab, I think we can go for like quick shooting. So let's go for another Evolution Incense, and let's go for a Boss's Orders. I think that those both sound like great choices. And we're gonna go Evolution Incense, grabbing our other quick shooting Inteleon, so we have access to that. Oh wait, no, I literally screwed up. I was supposed to grab... Oh my gosh, why am I so bad at Pokemon? I literally was gonna grab the air balloon. No. We're watching me misplay in real time. That was really bad. That's okay. We're gonna go quick shooting here. As long as our opponent doesn't have the win, we still have a chance. So we might be able to get the quick shooting boss knockout next turn, depending on how everything goes. So yeah, totally want to grab Balloon. Don't know why I didn't grab Balloon. I think about Balloon and I'm like, oh, I have Balloon, right? So yeah, I think that's fine. We all get confused when it comes to some gameplay. That's totally cool. So the play was to knock out with Pierce there, doing 40 damage plus quick shooting. That would have been a much better play. But you want to know what? I'm okay with making mistakes sometimes. Sometimes it allows you to play different paths of Pokemon that you didn't necessarily realize. We will receive the benefit of taking 3 prize cards off this next turn, as long as we make it to next turn. I don't think our opponent has a way to draw 6 prize cards in one turn. I could be wrong there, and maybe they do. We'll see how they play it out, because they don't have access to Raihan. They'd probably have to go quick shooting, and some other things to make it happen. So quick shooting definitely does get the knockout on the active Pokemon. They'd have to find a way to get an energy switch, and they'd have to get a rapid strike energy. If they end up getting that, that's completely fine. I still don't even think they have a way to win the game that turn. So let's go ahead and send up this Ice Rider Calyrex V. I still think we have the dub here. Could be wrong, but we'll double check. So we're going to send up this Pokemon because it's better than us sending up this and them finding a way to potentially get a knockout. You never know when they're going to go Scoop Up Net Rare Candy into Inteleon, and you're like, what? They play a Rare Candy? And they're like, yeah, it's for this situation, right? As long as they don't play Cheryl, we're good. And I don't think they played a supporter for their turn. So we can bounce back from this mistake. Fingers crossed, I think. And it really does show how the versatility of Ice Rider can work. Even though we did make the mistake of having Air Balloon, let's pretend like Air Balloon was prized to move on from that mistake and really try to capitalize on what could be happening here. And you never know what our opponent's going to get. Maybe they're going to go for Marnie here. They've already played, I think, a couple Marnies this game. Or maybe I'm thinking of another game. Marnie here would be a little bit tough because that does take our boss's orders away. But I really don't know what our opponent would be doing in general. Like, I'm still trying to figure out exactly how they're going to get out of this situation. Will we be able to get around? I would have loved to have another Sobble down if in general, because then we'd have access to Drizzile. But the fact that we have double quick shooting does give us a lot of mobility in this game. Or even if we could have Scoop Up Net this Inteleon, that would have been pretty cool. Although it would have left them an opportunity to go G-Max Rapid Flow. And maybe they will go G-Max Rapid Flow here. They could just go Energy Switch, move an energy from their Moltres to their Rapid Strike URSHIFU VMAX, and get a Rapid Strike energy from their hand, knocking out their active and maybe putting the damage onto an Inteleon. That would put them double quick shooting away from winning the game. And maybe that's their best move, right? The fact that we're just giving them an extra turn with the Rapid Strike Ursh is just tough. I don't think they're going to be able to knock us out with this, but we're going to set up this Inteleon. I think it's still the best play for us to do. Maybe they're going to attack with the Galarian Moltres. I'm not sure. But let's end up this Inteleon, because this one's all fully powered up for Ice Rider Calyrex VMAX. Okay, there's their energy. Will they have energy switch? Okay, so they do have energy switch. So they were really just trying to get us all set up to take double prize cards or something like that. I think we still have game. I'm not sure. I'm waiting on our opponent. I think we might be able to take a 5 prize card turn, 3 prize cards plus 2 prize cards there. Yeah, our opponent might concede here. We'll see. Maybe they'll be like, oh, they already misplayed with the air balloon, but we have a crazy turn here. Let's make it all happen and work it together, because we are able to play this out properly. So I don't know what they're gonna choose. Probably Ice Rider Calyrex V. Okay. So they are gonna put themselves down to 1 prize card. The fight is on. Let's make this happen. Okay. We got the air balloon in our hand. That makes it way easier for us. Let's go like this. Let's go air balloon there. Let's go quick shooting. We're gonna take our first 2 prize cards, or 3 prize cards, sorry. So 3 prize cards there to start off our turn with just quick shooting using an ability. We have access to a lot of other cards that we might have in our hands. And we're able to now go Boss's Orders, Ice Rider Calyrex VMAX. So let's go like this. There's the Ice Rider Calyrex VMAX. Let's boss this up. We're going to go ahead and retreat and swing hard with the max lands for the dub. So there's 5 prize cards in 1 turn with the Ice Rider Calyrex VMAX deck. This deck is sick. Even though we had that little bit of a misplay, we were able to win in the same amount of turns, and we were able to see how the deck could play out, even if we are playing a little bit suboptimally, or maybe we had that air balloon prize, is the best way that I look at it. That being said, Ice Rider is one of my favorite decks. Great in this current metagame, so give it a whirl if you're into that kind of deck. The list is in the description, and again, shout out to Azul for coming up or reinventing this concept. If you are trying to make this deck online, use code Lesage5 at PTCGO It does save 5% off your order, and it does help me as a content creator as well. So I'm gonna go edit this video. I'll catch up with all y'all later. Peace out and have a great day. I truly appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this video. It means the world to me. And my goal with this channel is to spread my love of the game and knowledge with our entire Pokemon TCG community. If you haven't already, help signal boost this video to other Pokemon TCG fans by liking it, sharing it with your friends, and subscribing to the channel. Hopefully we reach our goals really soon. Check out this recommended video and have yourself a great day. Thanks.